What makes Kim Yoo-jung performance so irresistible? Imagine a spotlight that doesn't just illuminate a star, but casts shadows long enough to swallow entire worlds. What if the woman basking in its glow has spent her life engineering the darkness around her? In the electrifying grip of TVING's Dear Ex, Kim Yoo-jung doesn't merely play Baek A-jin. She becomes the pulse of a narrative so intoxicatingly twisted that it lingers like a half-remembered nightmare, pulling you back episode after episode. Released just days ago on November 13th, 2025, episodes 5 and 6 plunge deeper into the labyrinth of A-jin's psyche, where every calculated glance feels like a velvet noose tightening around the viewer's throat. It's impossible not to feel a shiver of reluctant admiration for how Yoo-jung wields her character's unyielding poise, turning what could be a mere villain into a mirror reflecting our own buried hungers for control and validation. Baek A-jin strides through the glitzy underbelly of Seoul's entertainment empire with the ferocity of someone who's clawed her way from the abyss. Her obsession for success, not a flaw, but a finely honed weapon. Shaped by a childhood marred by unrelenting domestic violence, her father's drunken rages and her mother's fractured silence, forging a survivor who learned early that vulnerability is a luxury she can't afford. A-jin embodies the raw alchemy of trauma transmuted into power. In these latest episodes, as new alliances fracture and old wounds fester, Yoo-jung infuses her portrayal with a layered intensity that makes A-jin's cold control feel achingly human. I can't help but sense a profound unease in watching her navigate boardrooms and bedrooms alike, her every decision a testament to resilience twisted into ruthlessness. It's the kind of performance that leaves you questioning whether empathy is a gift or a curse we've all been conditioned to suppress. What elevates Yoo-jung's A-jin beyond archetype is her masterful navigation of those intricate emotional fault lines, where desire crashes against anxiety like waves eroding a cliffside, and love emerges not as salvation, but as a subtle toxin. Drawing from the webtoon's unflinching exploration of psychological scars, originally penned by Van Zyun as a raw indictment of how absence of love breeds monsters, A-jin isn't just ambitious, she's a study in suppressed fury, her glamorous facade cracking just enough in these episodes to reveal the void beneath. Yoo-jung's restrained acting style, honed over years of evolving from child roles that painted her as Korea's innocent little sister to the brooding leads of My Demon and Backstreet Rookie, captures these fissures with surgical precision. There's a haunting beauty in how she lingers on a single breath, a momentary hesitation that whispers of the girl A-jin once was, buried under layers of calculated charm. It stirs in me a cocktail of pity and thrill, reminding us that the most terrifying figures are those we recognize fragments of in ourselves, the ones who weaponize their pain to orbit the stars. Even as the story widens its lens to introduce fresh catalysts for chaos, A-jin refuses to yield the throne, her gravitational pull distorting every orbit around her. Enter Reina, portrayed with simmering volatility by Lee Yoo-lum, whose unfiltered ambition slices through the narrative like a rogue comet, redirecting the currents of desire that once flowed predictably toward A-jin's throne. Reina isn't a mere antagonist. She's a distorted echo of A-jin herself, a rising starlet whose raw talent threatens to eclipse the established order, forcing confrontations that crackle with unspoken rivalry. In one pivotal scene from episode 5, as Reina maneuvers for a coveted role, A-jin's response is a masterclass in icy detachment. Yoo-jung's gaze sharpening like a blade honed on years of industry betrayals, viewing her rival not as an equal threat, but as a pawn ripe for repositioning. It's mesmerizing, this dance of dominance, and it evokes in me a visceral tension, the sort that makes your pulse quicken because it mirrors the cutthroat auditions and whispered sabotages that plague real-life stardom, where one wrong step can plummet you from pedestal to obscurity. Yet, it's in the volatile interplay with Ho In-gung, brought to life in a magnetic special appearance by Hwang In-yup, that A-jin's armor shows its most tantalizing chinks, shaking the emotional bedrock of the series like an aftershock you didn't see coming. In-gang, with his brooding intensity and unyielding moral compass, echoing Hwang's breakout charisma from True Beauty and The Sound of Magic, enters as a wild card, a director whose artistic vision clashes against A-jin's pragmatic empire building, igniting sparks that blur the line between collaboration and conquest. Their encounters in episode 6 pulse with an undercurrent of forbidden electricity, where A-jin meets Rina's challenges with glacial composure. She allows flickers of genuine yearning to surface here, her voice softening just a fraction as she probes In-gang's defenses. Yoo-jung sells this duality flawlessly. Her subtle tremors of vulnerability, a fleeting touch, a gaze that lingers too long, betraying the strategist beneath who views even affection as leverage. I feel a pang of empathy for A-jin in these moments, a reluctant ache for the connection she craves but fears, underscoring how Dear X masterfully dissects love not as a bomb, but as a battlefield, where surrender might be the ultimate victory or the fatal miscalculation. A-jin's composure in the face of obstruction is nothing short of hypnotic, her cold gaze transforming potential adversaries into mere variables in her grand equation of ascent. When Rina's maneuvers threaten to derail a high-stakes project, A-jin doesn't rage or recoil. Instead, she recalibrates with a serenity that's almost predatory, her words delivered in a measured cadence that disarms while it dominates. Yoo-jung amplifies this through micro-expressions, a slight arch of the brow, a pause pregnant with unspoken threats that heighten the scene's suffocating tension, making the air feel thicker, more oppressive. It's a portrayal that draws from the webtoon's roots in psychological horror, where control isn't asserted through volume, but through the quiet erosion of wills. And it leaves me breathless, pondering the real-world parallels in how power brokers in entertainment wield influence not with fists, but with feigned indifference. This isn't just acting, it's alchemy, turning scripted lines into a visceral reminder that true menace often whispers rather than roars. In stark, intoxicating contrast, A-jin's interactions with In-gang peel back the veneer, exposing a desire that's raw and unapologetic, simmering beneath her frosted exterior like embers in ash. She doesn't hide her attraction here. It's woven into every charged exchange, from stolen glances during late-night script reads to the way her fingers brush his in a moment of feigned accident. Each gesture laced with strategic intent, yet undercut by authentic longing. Yoo-jung navigates this tightrope with exquisite finesse, her eyes betraying micro-shifts from calculation to craving, vulnerability peeking through like sunlight piercing storm clouds. Even as A-jin deploys love as a tool, seducing alliances, bending wills to her narrative, she can't fully suppress the emotional ripples it stirs within her, a wavering that humanizes the monster without excusing her. Watching this unfold, I experience a rush of conflicted exhilaration, the thrill of witnessing a character so recklessly alive in her pursuits, echoing the series' broader meditation on how desire, unchecked, can propel us to heights or hurl us into freefall, much like the high-wire acts of fame that Yoo-jung herself has balanced since her tender debut at age 5 in Queen Sondeok. Yoo-jung's embodiment of A-jin's reckless, desire-fueled core is alluring in its audacity, a performance buoyed by an inner fortitude that radiates through every frame, drawing audiences into the character's orbit like moths to a flame that's equal parts warm and warning. Her restrained technique, subtle inflections, the economy of movement that speaks volumes, immerses you so deeply that escape feels impossible, each episode ending on a hook that tugs at your curiosity and conscience alike. This isn't the wide-eyed innocence of her early days in Dongyi, or the whimsical romance of Moonlight Drawn by Clouds, where she first cemented her status as a generational talent. It's a bold evolution, showcasing a versatility that's propelled her from child prodigy to powerhouse lead, earning accolades like the Baeksong Arts Award for her nuanced depth. The result is a portrayal so compelling that it amplifies the series' exploration of glamour's underbelly, where the sparkle of success masks a gnawing lack, a void that A-jin fills with conquests both professional and personal. I find myself utterly captivated, replaying scenes in my mind, struck by how Yoo-jung makes the immoral magnetic, inviting us to confront the shadows we all harbor. The metrics of her impact speak volumes, though numbers can only hint at the tidal wave of fascination she's unleashed. On November 11th, 2025, Yoo-jung claimed second place in Good Data Fundex's cast popularity rankings, a surge fueled by the spicy wave of discourse swirling around her transformative turn. This isn't mere hype. It's a reflection of how A-jin's aura dominates the digital ether. From fan edits dissecting her dark smile, that enigmatic curve of lips hiding daggers, to think pieces probing the ethics of rooting for such a flawed anti-heroine. Bolstered by the series' dual episode drops every Thursday at 6 p.m. on TVING, Dear X has swiftly ascended charts, topping subscriber contributions in its premiere weekend and sparking global buzz on platforms like Viki and HBO Max. Yet, it's Yoo-jung's alchemy that anchors it all. Her ability to infuse A-jin's glamour with an undercurrent of desperate yearning, evoking a poignant sorrow, as if we're witnessing not just a character's unraveling, but a cautionary elegy for the costs of unbridled ambition. At its heart, Dear X thrives on this overwhelming aura Yoo-jung projects, a force that captures the exquisite torment of desires cloaked in opulence. The silken gowns hiding scars, the applause drowning out echoes of childhood screams. Adapted from a webtoon that gripped readers with its unflinching gaze on manipulation and redemption, the series weaves mellow thriller threads into a tapestry of obsession, where success isn't a destination but a relentless chase, and love, a double-edged sword that cuts deepest when wielded by the wounded. A-jin's journey, from the webtoon's pages to the screen, resonates because it's universal in its darkness. Who among us hasn't masked insecurity with bravado, or turned pain into a shield that isolates as much as it protects? Yoo-jung's dark smile, that signature flicker of triumph laced with malice, has ignited a cultural stir, dubbing her the architect of unease in an industry often sanitized for comfort. It's a role that demands everything: vulnerability bared in close-ups, ferocity unleashed in monologues, and she delivers with a poise that feels earned, a culmination of a career arc from saccharine supporting turns in Golden Time to the fierce independence of Love in the Moonlight. Complementing her tour de force is an ensemble that amplifies the stakes, each player a foil sharpening A-jin's edges. Kim Young-dae's Yoon Junso, the enigmatic producer whose quiet intensity mirrors A-jin's own guarded heart, brings a brooding symmetry to their power plays. His consistent 100 scenes like one delivery, praised for its unwavering depth, grounding the frenzy in emotional authenticity. Then there's Kim Do-hoon's Kim Jae-oh, a wild card ally whose loyalty teeters on obsession, adding layers of betrayal's bitter tang. Lee Yoo-loom's Rae-na pulses with youthful fire, her unpolished edge a stark counterpoint to A-jin's polish, while Hwang In-yup's In-gang injects a romantic vertigo, his special appearance a tantalizing detour that promises ripples long after his exit. Together, they form a constellation orbiting Yoo-jung's supernova, their dynamics evoking the real hierarchies of K entertainment. from agency power struggles to the fragile egos behind red carpet facades. I sense an electric synergy here, the kind that elevates scripted tension into something palpably alive, making Dear X not just a watch, but an immersion, a dive into the psyches we polish daily, yet rarely expose. As episodes 5 and 6 unfold, the narrative's grip tightens around A-jin's central vortex, her interactions with Raina and In-gang serving as prisms refracting the themes of control and craving into sharper relief. With Rina, it's a chess match of veiled barbs and strategic leaks. A-jin maintaining her initiative through speech that's calm as a frozen lake, surface serene, depths roiling. Her gaze shifting just enough to signal checkmate without a word. Yoo-jung's subtlety here is chef's kiss brilliant, those infinitesimal eye movements building a pressure cooker atmosphere that had me on the edge, heart hammering in sync with the swelling score. It's suffocating in the best way, a reminder of how Dear X excels at psychological claustrophobia, trapping us in A-jin's mind where every victory tastes of ash, every alliance, a potential noose. And the emotional undercurrents with In-gang, where restraint gives way to revelation, her explicit desires manifesting in a charged rehearsal scene that crackles with unspoken what-ifs, her wavering not weakness, but a glimpse of the woman unmasked. Even in fragility, A-jin's love is laced with purpose, a means to bind him closer. Yet Yoo-jung infuses it with such aching sincerity that you ache for her redemption, even as the plot hurtles toward darker revelations. This relational alchemy doesn't just heighten viewer investment, it propels Dear X into the pantheon of thrillers that linger, dissecting how obsession for success can hollow the soul, while desire for connection might refill it, or shatter it irreparably. Yoo-jung's reckless embodiment of these facets, supported by a bedrock of emotional authenticity, makes A-jin not a caricature, but a complex mosaic, her dark smile a beacon for the glamour's hidden lacks. From her webtoon origins, where readers devoured arcs of manipulation born from neglect, to this screen adaptation that amplifies the intimacy of betrayal, the series resonates as a modern fable on fame's Faustian bargain. Yoo-jung, once the wide-eyed waif of The Eighth Son, Are You Kidding Me?, and the spirited heroine of Clean with Passion for Now, has long proven her range. But here she claims new territory, her popularity cresting like a wave that shows no sign of breaking. That second-place Fundex nod? It's but a footnote to the organic fervor, fans worldwide dissecting her micro-performances, from the tremor in her laugh to the steel in her stare, in forums that buzz like hives. Diving deeper, the series' thematic core, obsession as both engine and exhaust, mirrors broader cultural undercurrents, from the K-pop scandals that expose industry's underbelly to the quiet epidemics of burnout among rising stars. A-jin's path, forged in abuse's furnace, isn't glorified but interrogated. How does a child, neglected by a despicable father and battered by an alcoholic mother, learn to read rooms like open books, manipulating not from malice alone, but survival's stark lessons? Studies echoed in the narrative's subtext link such traumas to antisocial traits, yet Dear X humanizes without excusing. Yoo-jung's eyes conveying a perpetual war between the victim she buried and the victor she became. It's profoundly moving, this portrayal, stirring a quiet fury at systemic failures that let such scars fester, while marveling at art's power to alchemize them into catharsis. In episodes 5 and 6, as A-jin seizes threads of plot amid Raina's disruptions and In-gang's disruptions, her calm delivery, words measured, pauses weaponized, creates scenes of exquisite tension, the air thick with what-ifs that keep sleep at bay. And let's not overlook the ensemble's contributions to this symphony of shadows. Youngdae's Jun-so, with his unflappable consistency, provides the steady baseline to A-jin's soaring highs and plummeting lows, their chemistry a slow-burn fuse that promises explosive payoffs. Do-hoon's J.O. adds chaotic tenor, his obsessive undercurrents a dark rhyme to A-jin's own, while Yulum's Reina injects punk rock dissonance, her bold bids for spotlight forcing A-jin to adapt or atrophy. Hwang's Ingong, brief yet blistering, disrupts like a rogue wave, his moral clarity clashing against A-jin's pragmatism in ways that expose her strategic heart's soft spots. This interplay isn't coincidental. It's the webtoon's blueprint realized, where characters aren't isolated but interdependent, their desires colliding in a web of mutual destruction and unlikely salvation. I feel a deep appreciation for how the show honors this, each performance feeding the other's fire, culminating in Yoo-jung's centrality that feels organic, inevitable, like gravity itself. As Dear X hurtles toward its December 4th finale, with 2 episodes weekly fueling this frenzy, it's clear Kim Yoo-jung's A-jin has redefined her legacy, that nation's little sister moniker evolving into something fiercer, more multifaceted. Her dark smile isn't just a gimmick, it's the series' signature, a sly uptick that conceals daggers and dreams alike, stirring debates on villainy and virtue in online salons from Seoul to streaming screens abroad. The thrill lies in the uncertainty. Will A-jin's cracks widen into chasms, or will she seal them with another layer of allure? Yoo-jung's restrained prowess ensures we'll chase that answer, hooked on the reckless desire she so vividly incarnates. In a landscape of formulaic fare, Dear X stands as a beacon of bold storytelling, its psychological depths a testament to what happens when trauma meets talent. And a young actress, once cradled by the industry, now commands its storms. It's not just entertainment. It's an invitation to stare into the abyss of our ambitions, emerging unsettled yet strangely seen, with Yoo-jung's luminous menace as our unflinching guide.